Hello everyone, UsefulNinja11 here, back again for another video, and today we got a bunch of stuff to take a look at here. So without further ado, let's get into this. So here's the thing, I'm not going to go into everything, but I am going to point out several things during this purchase video. Also, this is technically two purchases from two different flea markets combined into one, so let's get started here. So first, I want to start off with the non-Thomas related stuff, that being, well, the stuff you see before you. Here we have 3 crates of, I think they're potatoes. I thought they were rocks at first, but I guess not. Then we got, well, technically you can't see them all, but technically 4 stone walls, as well as a ladder and a knight. I think the walls will make for great set dressing near the roadways, as well as having extra spare crates lying around, say, a dockside or a yard, etc. As for the ladder, well, it's of course meant to be set dressing as well, but also, add a little bit of depth on when, someone's cleaning an engine. And the knight figure will, more or less be seen at Ulfstead Castle, when the time comes that I build an Ulfstead Castle set, obviously. Alright, now with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the next section of this video, being the wooden railway stuff. So here we have Thomas, Duncan, and an early engineer's James tender. Now, the reason I picked up the Thomas is, well, you can never have too many of them. As for the Duncan, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I already took apart, another Duncan already for, 2 customs already. So, I'm not sure what to do with this one. I mean, maybe I could just salvage the chassis and, add it to the collection for now. As for the early engineer's James tender, well, I plan to use the wheels for a future custom, one that I might have already discussed before, but until then, I'm gonna keep that on the low for now. And I could probably, use the tender for, the top piece for something else, so, yeah. In fact, the James tender actually came in the first flea market lot, and then the Thomas and Duncan came with all the Taken Place stuff. So yeah, while there may not be too much of, well, the home brand that I actually use being Wooden Railway, it's nice to have some stuff here. I mean, frankly, it's better than having nothing at all. Now we get into the nitty-gritty with all the Taken Place stuff, which again, I'm not going through all of it, but we're going to take a look at, a few things here. So, here in this lot we have some flatbeds, some troublesome trucks plus Hector, and then some various other stuff. So one of the things here we have in the flatbed section is a Rocky flatbed. Well, here's the thing, I already had Rocky's other flatbed, which, they go great together. However, this means now it's given me the urge to actually buy Take and Play Rocky himself, now that I have both of his flatbeds. And the same thing goes for the breakdown train flatbed. I technically don't really need the train, but it'd be nice to have it to have the full set. As for those 2 flatbeds being the present cars, I really do love them, and I'm glad to have them. And as for the Sodor Shipping Company flatbed, it's pretty nice, honestly. I can't complain about it. Now, as for the troublesome trucks, well, I actually had lost this one for a while, which is why it's not in the first few shots of this video. As for this one, looking at the photo that I took with, Hector and the other truck, the face is a little bit sun-faded, but it doesn't look too bad when it's not on camera. But regardless, maybe I'll try fixing that. Normally I would take these truck faces off and put them towards my wooden railway rolling stock, but I've generally decided to keep them on because these are genuine nice pieces of, Take and Play rolling stock. As for Hector, well, he was certainly a treat. I originally wanted to get a Take and Play Hector to put on my normal wooden railway Hector at one point, but of course I never went through with that as I just decided to paint his eyes instead. I'm glad to have Hector now, but I'm not a fan of that orange looking buffer beam. Might go in and actually paint it red to look a little bit better. It's either it was painted orange at first, and it's just now sun faded, or that's exactly how it's been before. As for all the other stuff here, I really don't have much to say, but however, I do want to say that I bought a new Ned to kind of replace the old one I bought a while back, as, it's in better condition. However, I need to, strengthen the arm a little bit where the bucket hangs off, because it likes to tilt down a little bit. As for the Mad flatbed, well, I didn't mean to actually pick this up, but since my Nana had actually paid for everything for me, she had accidentally taken it with her, so you know, now I'm kind of stuck with it, as I'm not a fan of the Take and Play Madge with, you know, the way the front wheels are, as Madge is supposed to have one singular wheel. I might actually buy a Take and Play Madge and just the front half to put with the flatbed, and then just try to resell it at a later date. And then we got the Ertl Mini Edward, which once I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. As well, what can I say? I mean, I've never had, you know, a mini Ertl before. And to have Edward of all characters, well, it's such an honor, honestly. So yeah, everyone, that's pretty much everything here. And of course, you've obviously seen, you know, the other things I haven't talked about, like the jet engine, the brown car, which is actually a weirdly enough a lion car, if for whatever reason. But I decided to pick these things up anyway, because, you know, I just thought they were cool. So guys, that's pretty much it for me today. Without further ado, Useful Engine 11, signing out. Take care everyone, and I will see you all next time.